Morning, all of you. I'll continue with the same, the SHM numericals on this one. Can you hear me? Voice sufficient?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll continue with this. We have a block, this one, and this is a wedge. Okay, fine. This is now the system is released from rest. And the block is released at point A. It's asking to find the time period of oscillations of the wedge. M will make it M2, and this is M1. Calculations, again, the symbols will not trouble us. Asking the calculate the period of horizontal oscillations performed by the block of mass M. Shall we use reduced mass concept? Anybody, can you suggest a reduced mass concept? I should permit you to really analyze. It's not that I should start the problem. So what are the options available? Both M1 and M2 will oscillate. So will one method is will go for reduced mass concept. Let's think randomly, no problem. So what is reduced mass concept? T equal to 2 pi mu by k. Mu is equal to M1 M2 M1 plus M2 2 into 6.24 by 5.12. 1.218. What is K here? We don't have any spring constant, no? So this is totally of no use. Getting this one? So we know many formula doesn't mean that blindly we're going to apply. So if they have any spring constant, okay, we had all thought in that way. There's nothing called like a reduced mass constant. That's totally ruled out. Okay, next we'll go for other alternatives. Is it SH wedge M2? Is it the wedge M2? The wedge will perform SHM, or will it be really oscillatory? It may, question itself may be wrong. Yes, anybody? Anybody wants to reply back? Uh, I'll say that it's SHM. Anybody objections? Shall I say it's SHM? Wedge M2 will describe SHM. You don't want to talk with me, you can put in chat box yes or no. I'm putting the wedge M2 will be SHM, yes or no. No, it will not be SHM. It will not be SHM. No, will not be SHM. It'll be only oscillatory motion. Okay, first we'll try to get the thing. So there's a reference diagram. I'll draw small diagrams so that I need a lot of space here. No. So I'll release from rest. I'll start like this. This M2. This M1. The moment I release, so as this surface is smooth, there's no friction anywhere. So this will shift towards left, no? This will shift towards left. So the total, and what happened to center of mass? Center of mass will not shift again. So I do get a position will be of like this. Where M1 will be at see things clearly, very important this is. Center of mass will not shift. In fact, M1 is got shifted. You can see from the diagram also. I'll move a little bit towards left. M2, the wedge got shifted towards left here. Then by the time this comes here, this will have maximum velocity. This will have velocity VR something, whatever be that, we are not bothered. So the block will be moving. Then as this M1 starts sliding up on it, the normal contact on the wedge will act towards right, and that will retard the motion. And finally, the wedge block system it's a rough diagram. I may not be exactly keeping center of mass. I will not be exactly showing that. Okay, fine. So this is M1. It has come to instantaneous rest. Because of velocity. Because of velocity, what will happen? The block M1 starts lighting up. As it starts lighting up, it's like that normal contact force. This will undergo retardation, and finally they come to instantaneous rest. Both M1 and M2 are at rest. Instantaneous rest. IR, I'll write it. Now again, the block M1 will slide. Again, what is the thing? This will have maximum velocity. This will be VR. The block will come back to its original position. And see that center of mass will not shift. And there's a basic idea of the entire discussion. Okay, no. This is t equals 0. And finally, this is, let's say some time t. We'll do one thing. We'll write from that. This is t. Total time of oscillation will be 40, but it's not SHM. Again, there'll be a test. I think everyone is able to understand instantaneous rest here. Like that, it will continue its oscillations. So somehow what happened, if you can repeat the problem for this, the same thing will get repeated for other part. Any objections you have, you can object it. Let me clarify. Why VM towards left? See, normal contact will act towards left, no? Because of normal contact, it will accelerate. Due to acceleration, speed, normal contact n sine theta will act here. Due to n sine theta, the wedge will move towards left, will accelerate. Due to acceleration, speed will increase. By the time this reaches here, that will be the maximum speed. Very next moment, the block starts sliding up. N sine theta will act towards right. It will undergo retardation. So therefore, this is the maximum speed I should permit. Okay, no. So let's calculate the time taken by the block to move from A to B. Now, what will happen to center of mass? I think we should have some clear discussions here. Net force on system along x-axis is 0. As the net force is 0, delta XCM will not shift. Of course, the diagram I have drawn in such a way that center of mass shifting, but it will not shift. And that's why I'm writing the instruction here only. Delta XCM, center of mass will not shift. But it didn't ask anything shift in the particular thing. It directly asked the time period of oscillation. So let's get, how come these two time will be same? So what I am claiming is what time the block will take to move on the wedge from A to B. Same time what happened, the block will take to move from B to C. Is it possible?
Yes, sir. Symmetry. Directly we can see.
Yeah, symmetry. 37 degrees is there, no? So somehow if you can discuss the problem from first and second diagram, I think it'll be over. Okay, I think a nice plan has to be there. It's not that I'll see question, I'll start writing. First, what actually happens, what has to be done. Then let's get into the mathematics. Now we know laws of motion ideas. We take help of this. So let this be the, if you want to, you can draw only one wedge like this. This is M1, this is M2. Let the acceleration of this be A2, let this be AR, let this be theta. So what are the forces they'll be acting? N sine theta, this will be, if I resolve, A2, so I'll get into the writing equation. So N sine theta equal to M2 A2. With respect to which the block will slide down along the inclined plane. So therefore, what are the, if you want, you can write AR or horizontal force. Let me write it here now. What is the horizontal acceleration of the block? M1, it is M1. Okay. A1x. So can we use relative velocity formula? AR cos theta equal to A1x. Please do notice here A2. Why negative sign? Anything directed towards right, I'll take it positive. What is the acceleration of the wedge will be towards left. What is the acceleration of the block with respect to wedge? Let me write terms, it'll be easier. acceleration okay, these are major equations. So based on this, n sine theta equal to m1 a1x. We know mass plus m1 m2. If you want directly, you can substitute and solve. Equating these two, so we'll get the relation between a2 and a1x. I'll substitute that, but I need one more. Okay, let me go for along y-axis. I'll start this one mg m1g. Now look at this one. m1g minus n cos theta equal to m1 a1y. What is a1y? Will be ar sine theta. Theta also we know. .82. I have to check it. I'll check whether answer is there or not. 0.5 seconds, time taken to move from A to B. This I'll simplify it. Next part. A1x I'll eliminate. So AR cos theta minus A2. Solving, let me call this equation 1, 2, and 3. How many unknowns are there? We have unknown AR, N, and A2. And equating these two equations will get relation between. Let me write, it will be better. Between A2 and A1x also will get the equation. Of course, A1x may not be needed. Solving 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll get expression for N, A2, and AR. After getting A2 and AR, we'll get AR. After I got this much of answers, you have to check it. I got these answers. So once if I know AR, it is released from rest now. So what is the distance covered by it? AB is equal to what is the length AB? AB is equal to 1 meter. Zero point 5 seconds. So total time period will be 40. Somehow we should understand the rightmost diagrams what I give as a concept. Look at once. I ended up, I don't know answer, but I solved it now. I ended up with this much here. If you want, you can cross check later on. Okay, one thing what we should make clear. Is it SHM? No, it's only oscillating motion. The block oscillatory motion and not an SHM. Not a SHM. This is very important. Okay. Yeah. Now I'll go to the next part. Next question. This is 4M. Carefully think once. He's asked really some condition he has put. That's all. Shall we use reduced mass? So when they're oscillating, there'll be friction will be acting. No. So can we use reduced mass? Here friction is acting.
Yes.
No slipping occurs between the blocks M and 2M. Yes, as long as because friction if it does positive work on block 2M, it does negative work on block M. Net work done by friction will be 0. The amplitude of oscillation remain constant. They'll oscillate, they'll execute SHM about center of mass. Center of mass is a reference, no? So 3M, 4M, somewhere center of mass will be here. About center of mass, they're going to execute SHM. It will not move. Center of mass will not shift because net force on system along x-axis will be 0. It will not shift. And then I will stretch them. I will go for some small set of diagrams. This is M, 2M. There, stretch it. Okay, then I'm going to release. Or how much it is being elongated, let it be x naught. Or let it be x. Spring force acting will be kx and kx. Initially spring is relaxed. Then how much it is being, this x1 is asking amplitude. What to do with amplitude? Anybody looking at diagram, can you say what is amplitude here? Will both this set of blocks, this is one set of block, there's one block here. Will they have same amplitude or different amplitude? Will they have same time period or different time period? Anybody? Any comments? Amplitude of these two system of blocks, will it be different or same? First of all, what is amplitude? Is it x amplitude or x1 is amplitude?
X1.
X1 is amplitude for this, x2 is amplitude for this. For the maximum amplitude of this block so that no slipping will occur. Why slipping will occur? Now you can get into the frictional force. Here, frictional force will act here. Will accelerate the block, the frictional force only. There's a maximum upper limit for this friction, how much it is, mu s mg, it should be mu e as given, or mu mg. So let's get into first the spring force acting, kx equal to mu. If the value of x is greater than this value, slipping will occur. So what is the strict condition? I'll put it like this: for no slipping between the blocks. A very simple problem is just asking you to think once. That's all. I think you know, if you apply force to the lower block, what is the maximum force for no slipping? For slipping to occur, greater than or equal. So what is the maximum value of this will be? Kx 3 mu mg, I'll write it. So what is this x max? X max is what? X equal to, time being, let me write only x. So what is x? X should be equal to x1 plus x2. 3m x1 should be equal to 4m x2. Why this equation? Center of mass will not shift. So now let me replace maximum value of this one. So let me replace x in terms of x2 here. So x1 will be x1 equal to 4x2 by 7x2 by 3. So this value of x, I'll write it as okay. If the displacement of block come to means, I'm going to stretch the string. If becomes more than this, slipping will occur. So how much I should stretch the string is what this condition he has put it. Like that for x1 also we can put a condition, and that will determine x. Okay, this will be our answer. Some block upon a block concept and reduce mass. Both here is introduced. Network done by friction. Okay, I'll go for next one. Read the question. You can manage the conditions that are there. No, little bit you have to be alert, because the gas is present on both the sides, P naught, V naught. So the gas is present on gamma. This is gamma. Adiabatic cylinder, piston is having a mass m, spring constant K. So initial pressure P naught, V naught, they're given like this. Non-conducting piston. I'm going to displace it slightly towards right and release. It's going to execute SHM. Here is asking to get the time period of oscillations. We know, but that how you manage gas on both the sides. Okay, and I just have, okay, no, this what happens. So when I display this piston towards right by distance x, so let me write this distance x. I'll push this piston, I'll release it. Then what happened to this gas will be compressed, no? So it will have some volume. I'll write it as volume V1. This volume as V2. And the pressure in the gas will be P1, P2. Which pressure? This pressure will be more. This will be less. So therefore the spring will be compressed. So spring force will act here. Kx, try to see here. Pressure force of gas P1 into A, P2 into A. Okay, agree this? No. What direction the net force will be on the piston? Towards left. So this will become now, will be like this. So let's write the equation. Before writing, okay, let's jump into equation. Then we'll see what we'll get it. MA equal to P1A minus P2A. A is the area of cross section of piston or cylinder. Area of cross section of cylinder. P1A minus P2A plus Kx. The biggest problem here, what to do with P1 minus P2. The gas undergoes adiabatic process. We know only that much of information. What to do with P1 minus P2? Okay, let's do one thing. The pressure, in fact, it has increased by some quantity, and by same quantity it will decrease here. So here I'll go for like this. P1 equal to, in fact, P naught plus dP. P2 equal to P naught minus dP. So P1 minus P2. P naught get cancelled, so this will become 2 dPA plus Kx. No, what to replace dP? So it's a gas will undergo adiabatic process. So PV gamma equal to constant. I think directly I'll write it. dP is equal to minus gamma P by V into dV. Can you remember? So this will be P naught V naught. What to write dV? dV is the change in
Yes.
volume. A into X. I'll bet you we'll have a trouble here only.
dP will be positive now, sir.
No, magnitude is what I'm going to take it. No.
Sir, after
No, this is
get
just
positive value only.
this is just
Okay,
from
sir. Okay, sir.
from
Okay, sir.
mathematics. I had to write negative sign. Only magnitude. Let me take that one, not negative sign. So only mod of that is needed. May equal to 2. This will be gamma a square x kx, this will be m. Of course, you can start that negative sign from here if somebody is asking. Acceleration proportional to negative of displacement. A very good conceptual questions can be asked. Omega equal to 2 pi f, so this will become 2 gamma p naught you see this, so many things are there. Gamma monatomic gas, I'll fill up, both are monatomic. Is it time period of oscillation depends on nature of gas? This will be very troublesome for you if I don't ask time period. I say that the time period of oscillation depends on nature of gas. You see gamma. It depends also on the piston, whether it is heavy or light, the mass of the piston, area of cross section of piston. Okay, all those parameters will the nature of gas, the mass of the piston, whether piston conducting, non-conducting, will it matters? Anybody wants to?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if it is a conducting, exchange of gas will occur, isothermal process. Then this gamma will not come. Yes, it also depends upon the material of the piston, like whether they're conducting or non-conducting. Getting this one? So if they want to ask anything theoretical, no, I think we must have this background first, then we should attempt. This is what happens in some of the questions in books. No, students will try to just imagine. No, it's a numerical only. Better bring some equations than analyze on safer side. Everything will manage. Only thing is what to write. P1 minus P2 is what this idea. This will trouble you. If gas is there only one side, I think that this headache will not be there much. We can manage very comfortably directly from here. Getting this one? Change in pressure dP. If the gas is present on either side of piston, no, then take help of this condition. In books, we have only gas on one side. I just brought it on either side so that you have to put effort for this count and this particular equations. Read the question, some related to gravitation. Better to remember some theoretical ideas what you have till now. So if you go for gravitation chapter, if this is the earth, and let me go for you can draw that particular tunnel wherever you want. Tunnel, there's a tunnel or a in terms of geometry we'll call chord, no? If I think already you have discussion, so let me just summarize once. There's a particle, there's a radius r, let this be x. Let this be smaller. Let this be y. Now, how the gravitational force will act on the particle F? Let this be theta. There's a particle of mass m, that of the Earth. Let it be me or m naught. First we'll have a background. Then it'll be easy to don't directly jump to the problem. If the particle is here, net force will be zero equilibrium. If I slightly displace and release, it's going to execute SHM. And we know the time period of oscillation is independent of amplitude. So you displace this by r by 2 or whatever the length here is going to execute SHM because it is independent of y. The time period of oscillation is independent of y. That is what we are going to prove it. Then what is the acceleration? Ma should be equal to f cos theta. What is f? M into E into cos theta. The gravitational field at the m will get cancelled. So E is what? G m naught r cube into small r. Gravitational field strength inside the solid sphere. Cos theta. Cos theta will be y by small r. That will get cancelled. G m naught by r cube. And how is that acceleration opposite to displacement? So therefore the time period is given by 2 pi. Better do remember, or this will become 2 pi r square. So this will be r by g. What is g is equal to? So now, is it independent of x? X, yes, it is. Either the chord is like this, or like this, or like this, or even x equal to 0 if it is the tunnel is along the diameter. The time period of oscillation is given by this particular formula. I think it will come 84.6 minutes. Am I right? Agreed. So there's a background. Now you read the question and try to analyze. It's very simple. Whether the chord is present in this way, or I'll give the some supportive diagrams. The dot will not go. Yeah. If the chord is like this, if the chord is like this, some way, I'll make it problem little bit simple. Just see now. This will be the radius. This one only. Now here the particle is here. Particle is here. You are going to displace it. What will happen to particle? It executes SH. There's a tunnel. There's a earth. Fine. If the particle is slightly displaced, it's going to execute SHM. It doesn't depend on length of this tunnel. Whether you extend this or let it be this much, it doesn't matter. I think it's going to help us a lot. Fine. So there's a point O. Already we have this one. So this in. So what is the time period of oscillation from B to O? Will be same thing, 1/4 of this. What is capital T? Time taken like this here. Okay, now, so let me just conclude. Time taken to move from O to B should be equal to T by 4. Time taken to move from B to O. Time taken to move from A to B. This should also be T by 4. But we have some inelastic collision, something is saying. So here, as the particle moves, it will collide inelastically and will come to rest. Then again, the electrostatic, so this one, gravitational force will act and it will make the particle to move. So what type of motion here? Will be accelerated motion. Speed will increase, so it will collide. So what all energy is there? Kinetic energy it will lose here. Now it has come to instantaneous rest. Again, what happened? The gravitational force field will act and it will accelerate. Then if the tunnel were extended further, like in the problem, no, so it will execute SHM. Since it is asking time taken to move from B to O, so will be this one. Time to time to fall from A to B should be equal to pi by 2, and time taken to move from B to O is also pi by 2. Okay, this is ruled out, this will pick up. Then afterwards, speed just before eating B is, with what speed it will come and strike? How to
A
bring?
omega.
Can we do we know amplitude? 4r by 5. And do we know omega? We know omega. So A omega. Or else, no, sir, I don't know SHM. What you should do? You must calculate the potential at this point, the potential at this point, then apply conservation of mechanical energy. I'll bring both ideas. So what is the expression for speed at B should be equal to amplitude. Amplitude will be and what is omega? Omega is what we have here, no? This is speed. Huh? So what is our entire formula? Formula will be, let me start it here. Okay, this will be the option. Or else what you should do, potential M into potential at A should be equal to M into potential at B minus plus M into VB square. Capital letters, small letters. Try to notice. What is potential at A minus G M naught by R? That on the surface. Potential at B. You know formula. Anybody?
Gm by 2r cube into 3r square minus x square.
G M naught by 2 R cube.
3r square minus x square.
If you put smaller 0, it is at center, no? 1.5, I think, r small r square minus capital minus 3r square.
Minus will come out.
Minus will be outside. So these are potential. Substitute this. So what is smaller? Smaller should be 3r by 5. And then you'll get the potential. And what is, anyway, like we have defined. Use this formula, get the, you'll get same answer. But since now some idea of SHM is there, no, take help of that one. That'll be much easier. I'll come to later on. Let me finish off all this set of problems. Read the question. How is the plank? Plank will not move vertically. It is horizontal. Cylinder will never slip on the plank. What to do when you have a problem of like this? We'll take a condition. No. X equal to A cos omega t. Let me take help of the displacement of plank is given by A cos omega t. Omega is 10. So what is the acceleration of plank will be? Acceleration of plank will be minus A omega square. What is the maximum acceleration? The maximum acceleration is this part. He is asking what is that maximum amplitude? So that maximum amplitude, I'll put it here. Then here we have let it be radius. So how the friction will act on this one towards right. This will make it to this is a solid cylinder. This is a cylinder. This is a plank. Let's get into the calculation part. For first, we'll write the equations of motion on the cylinder. F is equal to m into a1. F into r is equal to mr square by 2 into alpha 1. I'll substitute F equal to here. So MA1 equal to MR alpha 1 by 2. So therefore A1 equal to R alpha 1 by 2. Condition for no slipping acceleration of this point for no slipping acceleration of point P1 should be equal to P2. Acceleration of point P1 A1 plus R alpha 1. This is AP2. AP2 AP I'll write it acceleration of plank. So this will be, I think, R alpha 1 equal to A1. So altogether, this will become problem not yet over. This I will take help of this equation. If I substitute that, okay, let's begin here. So as I keep on increase amplitude, the acceleration will also increase. Let me introduce Amax. So as I increase the amplitude, maximum acceleration also increase. The acceleration of Planck will also increase. So what is the maximum permitted value of this rolling friction? Equal to limiting friction. So which is mu mg equal to what is the maximum permitted value of AP omega square A max. I'll let me write. This will be justified. What is the maximum permitted value of acceleration of point Planck equal to A max, and that is given by this one. So if I write one more step, mu g equal to A max will be omega square A max by 3. So A max equal to 3 mu g by omega square.
0.09.
Centimeter, 9 centimeter,
Yes, sir, 9 centimeters.
9 centimeter. The plank will move horizontally here. This is something very important. You have to start your discussion from there. The plank will oscillate like this. We are discussing the motion of cylinder here. I think if you have the block, this will oscillate horizontally. Then what is the maximum acceleration? In that case, it'll be quite easier. And the same thing, instead of spear, if there's a block, is that how you are what you'll do? In this case, and this is rough. Tell me
Directly
what.
we can do.
What is the maximum permitted friction? M into E. I'll write it here top. F equal to M as it accelerates. So let's put acceleration of plank like this. Then the friction here for no slipping, F should be equal to ME. Then when this will become FL, this will become A max. Got the idea? The difference between the rolling object and a block is placed. In matchings, they may trouble you. Try to understand the basic concept. So the plank is just, it's like a platform. The plank is just, it's a platform which will be oscillating. Okay, we'll take the next question. SHA maximum concentrate more on small ideas rather than lengthy ideas, because you checked even the advanced paper, they prefer to ask the small ideas. I read the question. If you want to take diagram, masses 2m and m are connected to two springs of spring constant 2k and k respectively. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Can I continue?
Yes,
Because
sir.
there is no power. I'm running on mobile data only. If any difficulties, anything, you just immediately tell it. Okay, now this is 2m. This given amplitude 2a. It is pulled by 2a and released. Both initial springs are released. This is pulled by a and released. Okay, so sorry. This is the mean position initially. This is compressed by 2a and this is compressed by a and released. The time period of P and Q remains same before and after collision, irrespective of the fact whether the collision between masses is perfectly elastic or perfectly inelastic.
Correct, sir.
I will try to. This is and the mean position is somewhere here. Okay, this is compressed by 2a. This is compressed by a. They will arrive at mean position. Okay, they will have velocity. Directly, if you're able to imagine, well and good. So this will have velocity, say v2. They'll collide. So if the elastic collision, right after impact, how the velocities of the block will be. If the perfect inelastic collision, then what will happen? So first we'll get into the initial 2mv2. What are v2? V2 should be equal to 2a omega 2. Omega 2 should be equal to, first we'll get all the things. Is that okay? 2k by 2m and k by m, both will be same. Both will have same angular frequency. That's the one thing. Next, what about v1? V1 will be a omega 1. Write it omega. Elastic collision takes place. So 2m v2 minus m v1. First, we'll go for elastic collision. 2m v3 minus m v4.
He is asking only time period now, sir. No need of velocities.
The time period of P and Q remains same before. Okay, that one. Elastic collision, okay, that one. Let me just bring V3 and V4, then I'll get into the problem. Huh? Equal to 1 after collision. So I'll assume that. Okay, this the velocities, I assumed it. This will be V4, V4, and this will be V3. V4, this is V3. Quotient of restitution formula. V4 minus of V4 minus V3. Anybody V3, V4 value? Give me V3, V4 value. Solving equation 192. Anybody V3? In terms of A omega, you write it better.
Omega, sir.
How much?
9A omega.
9A omega. Okay, V3, V2, V4. Six A omega. So what we assume the directions correct. So again, you look at this one. After collision, this will have more speed than this. So will they be in contact or they lose contact? They lose contact. No? Is it correct? V3? V3 9A omega, V4 6A omega. Symbols correct, no? V4 2M, MV3. Yeah, fine. V4 minus V3.
Actually, sir.
Correct only. So after collision, what happens? This will have more speed and they lose contact. After collision, so again the time period will be same. So this is about elastic collision. What about inelastic collision?
Get velocity a omega.
If the inelastic collision, so we'll put it 2mv2 minus mv1. For a omega, 3a omega, v equal to a omega. This one they'll move combinedly. No. Okay, now we have some information. Let's take help of this. Then I'll enter into the options. Time period of P and Q remains same before and after collision, irrespective of the fact whether collision between the masses is perfectly elastic. No, A omega is there. Combinedly, what happen again will become 3M, and they're in series 3K. So again will be omega by will be K by M only. So whether it's a elastic or inelastic, the time period will remain same. If the elastic, this will have time period K by, or like omega will be K by M. This will be 2K by 2M. If the inelastic, I'll put it in diagram. So together it will be, so what is an omega dash should be equal to K plus 2K by M plus 2M. Okay, I agree this. So they will have common velocity, let it be here. So option A is what we can pick up. No, time period of P and Q remains same before and after collision, only if collision between the object is perfect. I think I can't pick up this. Only is telling no, that's why I'll not pick up this option B. So option C also only is there not possible. Only option A I'll pick up. Then if collision is perfect inertia, amplitude of SHM of combined masses. I think we have information here. Will be A only. So option D also I just covered it. For that purpose I brought here. Can be asked, just be careful in advanced exams. No need of diagram. You could have taught it just by seeing the diagrams only you can analyze. No need of drawing so many diagrams. I want you to put effort. Try to understand the question. I'll come into picture after 2 minutes. First, I think you're supposed to understand the question. F external along y-axis. We have x-axis defined. F external positive, the force will be towards right. F external negative, the force will be towards left. There's the convention. So better you can start from this is some F external. So I'll begin from the beginning so that it'll be easy for you. Spring is relaxed. I'm going to apply external force. That external force will be greater than frictional force. That external force will be acting here, frictional force, spring force. PSQR. Okay, fine, yeah. And this will have velocity V. And I define this is x equals 0. This is the origin. Okay, agree this that the main position, the spring is relaxed. Get into the problem. So the block is going to execute SHM. Then what actually happens, I'll apply force. Then it will accelerate. Then its speed will increase. Then at one point, mean position will come. Then it's going to retard also, no? So the equilibrium position will come somewhere here. Kx naught, all right. This is some friction. This is a maximum. After this, it will undergo retardation. Velocity V2 and it will be retardation. Speed V2 will be less than Vm, where V will be less than Vm. So here it will accelerate. Okay, now try to check it. So can it happen where x positive, this is x positive. This is what x equal to 0. Let's come this one. Check it now. Can it happen where the force is acting towards right and the x will be and the velocity will be in the direction of force and x will be positive? X positive, v positive. I think it can happen in this particular graph. The force is acting towards right. Then the force will be still acting towards right. It will undergo retardation. X positive, v negative. Can it happen? The force will be acting towards right and the velocity will be towards. So because after this, what happened? It will go somewhere here. It will come to instant rest. Again, it will start accelerating back. No. So the same set of diagram. Can it happen? I'll write everywhere x equal to 0. Just wait, I'll send my kit out. Get into this one. So A will be P. So the situation is related to A. Capital A shall I write here? X positive, V positive, and F positive. So the A is somewhere here at this particular point will come. I'll write it here. Where is the B? The situation be X positive, V negative. And F will be positive. It's saying main position. Huh? From mean position as shown in graph. Mean means net force should be 0. You mean to say x equal to 0 this one. Huh? I'll change this one reference point. This is the mean position in this one. And is measuring against the position x from mean position as shown in graph. Okay, the point A will come this one here. What about option B, where we have to search? Option B will be x positive, V negative. X equal to 0 F will be 0. What is this? X positive, X is equal to position is telling, no? V will be negative. There's a point B will come. The force will be still acting. I have to change direction of this one, no? F external, what direction will act here? I applied a force, that mean position. It will accelerate, come to instantaneous rest. Again, I should apply force towards left, no? Option B. Anybody? I think diagram what I'm assuming may not be right, no? I think the main position I took it here. Option A I'm able to.
Diagram is wrong, sir.
Diagram is wrong somewhere, I feel. X equal to 0, where is taking?
Mean position will sir take Vm in the other direction, friction in the other direction, and external in the other direction. That time we'll get, sir.
This one, huh?
Yes, sir.
The last diagram, why can't we take it?
No, actually, the main position is what I'm defining. So it will acquire velocity. From here, what happen? The force will be, it will undergo retardation here, no? Velocity will be decreasing and will come to rest. Then friction will be backward. Huh? It is. Friction backward, spring force will be acting. Why not like this here diagram? Oh, only we have X positive. There's only possible cases there, no?
So last diagram, why can't we take, sir?
No. The graph he has given, no? Friction will be opposite.
Diagram and the graph doesn't satisfy, sir.
Yeah,
like F external is equal to Kx plus F we are getting, but but the slope is negative now, sir.
This one. So yeah. Possible or not is asking. I'll now okay.
Sir.
See, based on the diagram, you have to check it, you know. Somewhere what happened, this will be the mean position. So it will undergo retardation, comes to rest. Again, I'll start applying the force towards left. Okay, it'll come to mean position. Then S will come. Yeah. Next again, X negative, V positive. Possible. This is what will be the direction of force? We have to search it again. X negative, V positive, and F will be positive. I think it's here only, it's there, no? X negative, V positive, F positive. We have here, so this will be, I'll write the, this is B situation, this will be C. Check once, X will be negative, V will be positive, F will be positive in this part of the diagram. Last one, so this will satisfy Q. What about the X negative, V negative? Let's draw the diagram. X will be negative. So after this, it will be moving like this. Friction will be backward. I can apply force. I'll be applying force here. And the spring force will be acting in that direction. Based on the diagram, based on the graph, I should assume the situation here. X negative, V negative. Then what is the possible value? X negative, already one F positive. So F negative can be possible. Third one. So we'll get R. Okay, check once. So this will be R. Not R, I should write D. Okay, I think this will be the final key, PSQR. Let me take next one. We have a string. Then this will be a spring. This will be the natural length of the spring that will have natural length. Let me, for our convenience, we'll write it. So this is X naught. So now Kx naught equal to mg. Maximum value of X for which the motion of particle will remain simple on with motion. I think X should be less than X naught. If it becomes more than X naught, if the spring is compressed, it should be X naught only. I will redraw it. I'll make it a little bit small. Let me have it. So Kx naught, this is mg. If I pull the I'm going to stretch it by distance x. So how much of spring force will add? Kx naught plus x. If this x is less than x naught, okay, fine. It's going to execute SHM. If x is less than x naught, we'll see. In this case, the block will go here. What is the state of the spring? Spring will be still remain stretched only. and it's going to execute SHM. If it becomes more than X naught, then so what will happen to the string?
Become slack.
It will become slack. If X is greater than X naught, it will cross this line. Maximum permitted value is, the spring should be relaxed here. So X is equal to X naught. Maximum permitted value of X will be X naught. I think the objectives can be asked, very simple idea. The maximum tension the string if X equal to mg by 2k, where the maximum tension is possible at the main position at the lower extreme only. Let me come to the next part. Worst case, go for diagram, otherwise not needed. With the maximum tension the string if X equal to, so here spring force will be kx naught plus X. Then what is the state of here? The spring force will act here also, no? And this is what the string. So this will be slack tout tout. Okay, agree this. This will be. So now we'll calculate that one. M equal to kx naught plus X minus mg. Kx naught equal to mg, we know, and kx is equal to mg by 2. Maximum tension is asking, so that maximum tension will be, now this tension will be maximum. Kx naught is mg, kx is mg by 2. Where the tension, when the tension the string will maximum, at all the time it will be T max, or when the block is at lower extreme it will be T max. When the block is at lower extreme, it will be T max. Okay, string, spring, string, only chord, elastic chord I discussed in the class. Please do verify that. They're very important. I do have diagrams. I think I'll check the paper. I solved it. Yeah, we have that. Why to read off so many? Just see the diagrams. I thought diagrams will at least will help you to understand the question. This came in weekend exam, if you can remember. So initially, when the spring is, this first diagram you look at here. Initially, when the blocks are at rest, kx naught, the tension will become internal. So therefore, the kx naught should be equal to 3 mg. Leave it. And how much of tension the string? The brown color is the string. Please do notice. T naught equal to 2 mg. So what is the initial elongation of the spring? Kx naught. This is the natural length of spring. This is the initial elongation. Write it here. What is L naught? Natural length of the spring. spring can undergo compression or relaxed. What will be that? Okay, now let's get into the concept here. I'm going to say let's not bother the question. First we'll learn this question, what actually happens. Then we'll go and verify the option. This one. Don't directly attack the options. And like, okay, let me pull this the block 2m by x. So I this a string. So how much 2m moves, that much m will move. So this is what x here. Even this also has moved by x. Then I'll release it. Definitely what happened earlier, spring force was balancing the weight. Now spring force is greater than weight, so the system will accelerate. So kx naught plus x minus mg, and the string will be taut. That condition we have to write it. Okay, string will be taut. So let's write the equation kx naught plus minus mg minus t is equal to ma. This is for upper block. For lower block, t minus 2mg equal to 2ma. Since we know from equilibrium, kx naught equal to 3mg, what is that? This is an equilibrium. Either imagine or draw diagram. Two options are there for you. This is very important. Okay, this will be. So kx naught. So solving this, so eliminating this, will get acceleration equal to g. Then let me calculate the tension. Substituting this a equal to g, I'll get the tension 4mg. What I substituted, when kx equal to 3mg, then I'm getting this tension equal to this much. Are you noticing this? You see this, sir? Why you are writing kx equal to 3mg? The other condition is given. When kx equal to when x equal to 3mg by k, when you pull this block by distance x, then is asking the condition. Where this tension will be maximum, that 4mg. When this is at lower extreme only, the tension the string will be maximum when the block 2m is at lower extreme. This is a lower extreme. Again, when it comes to mean position, there are common speed, Vm and Vm. Okay, leave it here. Now, because of velocity, it will start ascending up. It will start ascending up. So somewhere, let me take this particular position. Let me take this position here. So if this x is equal to kx, x not equal to 3mg by k, and in fact x equal to 3mg by k, so shall I say it will come to this position. So what is the state of the blocks? Instantaneous rest. And what will be the tension here? Will be 2mg, no? The tension the string will be equal to 2mg. After this, again it will move down. So like that, weapon will be executing a section. So what is the time period of all? For all non-zero values of x, no, only for permitted. If x greater than 3mg by k, what will happen? Let's come to the question. If x is greater than if x is greater than 3mg by k, then what happened to this block? It will cross over this one. Then string will be compressed, spring force will act, and it will be loose. String will be loose, I'm writing. And what is the state of spring? Will be compressed. You see, everything is there in the diagram. So therefore, what is the permitted value of x? Should be less than 3 mg by k. If it is greater than 3 mg by k, it will become loose. And what is the tension? Tension will be 0 now. When x equal to 3 mg by k, minimum tension is 2 mg. When x greater than 3 mg by k, minimum tension will be 0. Thing will be loose. This option will not pick up. Motion will remain simple harmonic motion for this one. So so what is it? Why I picked up earlier like a string, spring, now here spring and string, then elastic cord. I have discussion. So just revise all this possibility of asking any question in advance.
Why minimum tension 2 mg, sir?
Here only possible, no?
Why can't it be 0?
0 when it can happen here. Here 2 mg is acting here, no, all the time. Here mg is acting. What is the state of spring? Spring will be here just straight. It will be straight here. So here the tension will be there. 0 can happen here. When it becomes slack, it will become 0. Check the diagrams once. Okay, now we'll discuss some this one simple pendulum. Okay, we have like this. Initially, what is the time period? First, we'll get the time period one. Time period of A will be let me take this time period as T naught. So this will be 2T naught. So time period of A will be 2 times of time period of B. Okay, fine. First we have this one. So initially where this is B, no? This is B. Let B start from here. And what about A? A it has at other extreme. I felt like using this phasor diagram, it'll be easy for us to analyze. Whenever two particles will come, no, better to take phasor diagram because they will help us a lot. Both will be at same position. So how A will move? So you look at the motion of the A. A will swing like this, B will swing, no? So they should move opposite. So the path of the B is what something I should predict like this. And the A what pen I should give in this direction. Okay, fine. So finally, both what happen will be at same point. Both will be at same point. So here, some other color I'll give it. These are very, very, very important and popular problems. Everyone must think on this. After some time t, there'll be here, and the B what happen will be here. So they have crossed each other.
So these angles, what we can write, this will be theta 2, theta 2. So let me take this is theta. This is theta 1. And these two angles must be equal. So what is theta 1 plus theta 2 is pi. What is theta 1? Time taken by B. What is the time period? Shall we write? It is like this. Theta 1 by t equal to 2 pi by t naught. This is for B. For A, what we write? Theta 2 by t equal to 2 pi by 2 t naught. So theta 1 will be so t equal to t naught by 3. So what is t naught? Already we assumed it. So after what time? It will be if you have any other method, you can try it. I felt like the graphical method will be much easier. You can solve the problem in a very simplified way. So what is the thing like the B will swing? So as the B swings, so will it meet at equilibrium? We don't know. Again, will they meet exactly when the strings become vertical? That has to be verified afterwards. Okay, got the idea? Okay, this is about the pendulums. Last one more will go for it. You can try this. Let me do this one, 11th one. Two particles, P and Q. I have only 5% of power left over. We may end up class abruptly. Let me finish off at least this problem. Morning from morning, there is no power, no? Okay. Two particles P and Q are oscillating along the parallel, so both with their respective mean position at x equals 0. Extreme positions at present both have same time period. At equals 0, particle P is at minus a by 2. So the P, I'll take it to be here. And moving along negative x direction. It should be like this. What about Q? Q is at plus a by root 2. And moving along positive x direction. They are going to meet. So let's get these angles. This should be 45. This should be 30. Am I right, directly? What is actually going on? What actually happens, sir? Are they moving in circle? No, they're not moving in circle. They are in fact like this. This is a common mean position. So the x equal to P is at Q. Okay, this is a Q. A by root 2 and this is at a by 2. Try to see this one. So how the motion of this it will go like this. Just to make you think, I'm just bringing this. It can be a, oh, let it be. And a red color, let me choose for this. The P will take a path. So is there any possibility of meeting them? And the primary question is what we have to ask it. So this is a by 2. This is at t equals 0. This is at t equal to 0. It can happen, no? So it can, where do they can meet now? Q what happen will go like this and will be here. So the P will go here so that they can meet here. So let's assume that let them meet somewhere here. This one. Okay, this is at time t. What shall we do here now? They'll meet somewhere here. So what is that green color? Green color 1. I'll write it here. Somewhere at this particular point, Q will be moving, and here P will be moving. So this angle will also be 45. So this angle is 30 degrees. So any equation can be write 45 plus 90 plus theta. I'll get into mathematics. 45 plus theta 45 is equal to 60 90 minus theta. 60 plus 90 minus theta by t. So theta, what I'm getting 7.5 degrees. Then time taken 45 plus 90 plus t is equal to 2 pi by t. Convert everything in terms of radian, then express in terms of t by 2 because pi has to be eliminated. No? Okay, the phasor diagram is in a, you'll be on safer side, either pendulums or the particles, 2 pendulums or 2 particles are there, no? So the phasor diagram is going to help you a lot. They are very popular. Please do practice few in material or anywhere, many places available. I'm not equating velocity here. These are not velocity, angular displacement. Angular displacement by time taken should be equal to angular displacement by time taken. Because the P and Q, its projection, no, will be executing SHM. This is like uniform circular motion. It's not that something we should equate angular velocity. It's the wrong idea. It's a graphical method. How much of angular displacement the Q will have? 45 plus 90 plus theta by t. How much of angular displacement it will have? 60 plus 90 plus theta. Don't say any velocity. Because the particles, if the here Q and P, if they move in circular path, their projections will execute SHM. Since these are uniform velocity, no, so I'll equate here because both are having same time period. Both are having same time period. Since they're having same time, they're not, if they're having different time period, you do write 2 pi by t1 for this, 2 pi by t2, solve it. Okay, these are things, so please do revise all, especially the mains. You are going to get very good questions than advanced. You see, advanced we can manage, but especially the mains, no, the something related to phase or compound pendulum or simple pendulum. Best questions are available. Check once the mains paper, you'll get an exact picture in SHM. They're more bothered about the kinematics of SHM, simple pendulum, compound pendulum, and damped oscillation, forced oscillation. What all we discussed, so many lengthy questions, no, they're out of syllabus for mains. As exam approaches, I'll be giving you instruction for which chapter, what only you should prepare. We've done so many lengthy problems, no, you can avoid all that one. But these are very important for mains. Simple pendulum, compound pendulum, kinematics of SHM, some graph problems, then damped and forced oscillation. Okay, I'll end up the class. Only 2% battery is there. It may get switched off. Okay, thank you all of you.